Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News. During the recent Western Governors meeting, Montana Governor Gianforte led several of his cohorts in penning a disapproval letter to BLM Director Tracy Stone Manning. The governor's letter highlighted the BLM's increasing failure to hold transparent and collaborative processes as they expressed their frustration by saying meaningful coordination on the important decisions within the agency, from rulemakings to land use plans, is treated as an afterthought or disregarded entirely. The governors requested the BLM to send out all internal documents related to the current grazing policy guidelines to impacted stakeholders and cooperators. They said this will help instill trust in the process as they seek to better understand what the guidelines are being considered. Now, speaking of the announcements from the Bureau of Land Management, they recently announced they will no longer allow the use of M44 devices to deliver sodium cyanide to predators. To implement the decision, the BLM has renewed a memorandum of understanding to the USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services, Wildlife Services, regarding wildlife damage management. Of course, an M44 is a spring-loaded device staked in the ground at surface level that can be loaded with sodium cyanide capsules and baited to attract predator species. When triggered, the spring ejects a lethal dose of cyanide into the biting animal's mouth, resulting in death within 1 to 5 minutes. Now, that tool is very effective for predator control, such as coyotes, who do cause thousands of dollars in sheep losses every year. We need to take a break, but join me back here in a little bit as we look over your ag markets.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought, there always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, but it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Welcome back, friends, to your Ag News and your markets. Well, the USDA is calling on sheep and cattle producers to provide updates on their total inventories. Currently, the sheep and goat surveys are heading to producers' mailboxes, while cattle data surveys will be seen in January. Now, Operator Survey will be asked to provide information about their sheep and goat inventories, lambs and kids born during 2023, plus production prices received for the wool and mohair. Eric Sommer, the state statistician for Montana's USDA, told me the numbers help ensure producers are represented when it comes time for some ad hoc programs.
It's really your story and it really helps you. So it's pretty cool to see when it comes to fruition and you see numbers that, okay, we provided that for that program or we provided that number and look how it's helping everybody.
Now, both the sheep and cattle survey results will be published at the end of January. Well, cattle futures once again saw some of the toughest struggles to start the week as technical pressure continues to plague trader optimism. This will likely have negative effects on the cash cattle trade once again this week. Luckily, though, most auction barns have been generally immune to the sharp struggles from the board as the countryside demand still exists. Feeder buyers are also appreciating some of the lower corn prices. Now, we didn't see that normal sheep sale at Bowman yesterday, with their weekly sale that is skipping to today for the bred heifer and stockhouse special. They will resume next week with their normal schedule, though. And the wheat futures were the big winner yesterday as some of the row crops sold off sharply. The highest percentage gainer was actually the Chicago wheat, with China making another large purchase, while spring wheat rallied just slightly. Well, there's a look at all your ag markets and news. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.